Most people think about gambling on sports completely wrong. It's the most lucrative yet misunderstood asset class in existence. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how professional sports bettors think about it. So you can use it as a vehicle to build wealth rather than a form of entertainment to throw your money away. Because if you watch sports and aren't betting on them, you're leaving money on the table. I'm Christopher Scott, owner and founder of Be a Pro Sports Betting Academy. I've been a professional sports bettor here in Las Vegas for over 20 years. My goal for this channel is to take you from casual sports fan to savvy sports investor. Inside my academy, I show you how to use sports investing to beat your annual returns in stocks and real estate. If you're ready to find out how, click the link below or head to beaprosportsbetting.com. Here's where most people go wrong. They treat betting as entertainment. They want excitement, action, and that rush of being in the game. But when you treat it like this, when you treat it like entertainment, you've already lost because entertainment costs money. Most don't walk into a casino expecting to make a profit. Pros show up expecting to win. They're not going to get a rush. They're going to get a return. This attitude is what separates the square bettor who loses from the sharp professional who profits. One side chases an emotional ride, while the other focuses on a financial result. Treat your sports betting like you're running a business. If you run a business, you track every dollar. You monitor your margins, control your costs, and reinvest profits to grow. Betting should be the same way. Every dollar in your bankroll is a business asset. You don't blow it on a fun pick or a hunch. You protect it like inventory. The goal isn't to hit the jackpot. It's to produce steady, repeatable returns over time. You don't evaluate a business by one day's profits. You shouldn't evaluate your betting by one day's results. This is why I call what I do sports investing, not sports gambling. If you're watching sports every day and not betting on them, you're not using your time efficiently. Think about it. Would you spend hours studying the stock market, reading financial news, analyzing companies, and then never buy a single share? That's exactly what most sports fans do. They spend hours reading box scores, memorizing player stats, debating matchups, and never make a single investment based on that knowledge. If you love sports, betting is how you monetize your time. You already watch the games. You're already doing the research. You just haven't been trained to apply it. Once you learn the right system, that same passion can actually turn into profit. When people hear someone has a $10,000 sports betting bankroll, they think of it as being reckless. But if you're doing this as a business, that's actually conservative. If you have a $10,000 bankroll and you're trying to be a professional sports bettor, and you have, let's say, $3,000 in monthly expenses, you're asking yourself to earn a 30% return on investment in a month just to cover the cost of living, not even to make a profit. For context, Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, has never averaged 30% in a single year. So if Warren quit his job with $10,000 in the bank to invest, he would be bankrupt. If he didn't have millions behind him, people would probably be calling him a gambling addict. So the difference between an investor and a sports bettor really isn't different. Whether you're putting your money into a CD or a savings account or stocks or bonds or currencies or options or derivatives, or in this case, sports betting, it's all doing the same thing. The only difference is the market you've chosen to master and the money you put towards it. Most people think about sports betting as all or nothing. It's either a way to double up their money or lose it all. They want a shortcut, but that mindset guarantees long-term failure. The truth is, sports betting works the same way any legitimate investment works. You grow slow. You manage your risk. You compound small advantages until they add up big over time. That's why professional bettors can outperform traditional investments because they manage their bankroll wisely. The returns are real, but they come from patience, structure, and discipline, not reckless, thoughtless, or impulsive behavior. And just like in stocks, you're not necessarily looking for the stock that everybody else already owns. You're looking for the one that's undervalued, the one that's underperforming compared to its potential. Think about how hedge fund managers operate. Everyone treats these people like they're financial geniuses. Investors literally hand them their life savings and say, "Here, buddy, do your magic." But here's the truth. Most hedge funds aim to make just 1% per month. They profit on the 1% of money they're managing. Does that sound like magic to you? If your full-time job was investing, and that's all you did all day, every day, do you think that you could make $1 off of 100 in a month? Because that's all these people are doing. They just have a lot of money behind them. So those small gains compound into huge results. That's why wealthy people focus on protecting capital, not chasing thrills. Because when you have scale, small percentages create massive results. And let me explain how that works. A 30% ROI on $30,000 bankroll is just $3,000, but 30% ROI on $100,000 is $30,000 with the same results. The bigger the bankroll, the more money you can make, and the less risk you need to take to create those life-changing results. When you step back, sports betting is actually the most efficient market you can operate in. Look at real estate. You deal with huge upfront costs, down payments, closing costs, maintenance, taxes, and your returns take years to realize. And to actually claim those returns, you usually have to sell the home you're living in. In stocks, prices go up and down every day based on emotion, consumer sentiment, breaking news, politics, even a single tweet. Things completely unrelated to the company's fundamentals can destroy its value overnight. But in sports betting, the outcome is always tied to the game itself, not hype, not headlines, not public emotion. When you approach it the right way, you can scale faster and more efficiently than any traditional investment. Your results are driven by skill and data, not consumer sentiment or market emotion. And best of all, your capital is 100% liquid. You can withdraw your profits anytime you want. You don't have to wait 3 to 5 business days for a broker to release your funds or hand over a chunk of capital gains tax. You don't have to list a house, find a buyer, and wait through escrow before seeing your return. You simply walk up to the window and they hand you your money. The level of control and immediacy doesn't exist in any other market. So, the next time someone calls sports betting gambling, remember this. It's only gambling if you don't know what you're doing. If you guys are getting value from these videos, please tap that like button. And before you go, be sure to download my free PDF in the description. And it shows you how to use casino odds to instantly figure out the win probability of any game. Absolutely free. For example, if you see a line at minus 150, you can look at my chart and immediately see Vegas expects this team to win about 60% of the time. Join me in my next video as I hand out another lesson from my paid course right here on this channel for free. If you're ready to stop gambling on sports and start investing in them, click the link below or go to beaprosportsbetting.com. That's where you can work with me directly and learn how to use sports investing strategies to beat your annual returns in stocks and real estate. Don't watch sports for free. Get paid for watching them.